Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys don't know me, I'm Chastity, and today I'm going to be doing my Get to Know Me. And I have 25 questions, so let's get into it. So, first question is, what is your name? I'm Chastity, like I just said. What is my age? I'm actually 13 years old. What does my name mean? My name stands for innocence and purity. What is your biggest fear? My biggest fear is that one day I'll just have zero friends and family left, and I'll just be left alone in pitch darkness. What is your favorite vacation and why? Okay, so it's actually very hard to choose from, but basically I really enjoyed my trip to England because I got to see my grandparents, and we also had to at this really fancy place where all the desserts were based off of designer handbags and shoes. And I also took a trip around London on this giant double-decker bus, and I got to see the Big Ben, and I also got to visit, I think it was the Birmingham Castle, or like the Birmingham Palace. And I also I went to Mexico 3 times, but one of my favorite times that I went there, I went to Tulum, where I got to ride ATVs, and when I went ziplining, there were like 40 tall towers of ziplining that you had to go across to reach the end. And the food was also really nice there, because everywhere you went, it was like there was some like fresh taco stand there. And at the place where like they made breakfast and stuff, there was always like these ladies dressed up all nice, and they made fresh quesadilla and tacos. Another time is when I went to California, and when I got to the airport, like when I just landed there, I met Rondo from the Lakers, and me and my dad actually got to take a picture with him, and he was really cool. What is your biggest pet peeve? My biggest pet peeve is when you're in the middle of a conversation or a sentence and someone just talks over you really loudly. If I could choose anything I wanted to do for the day, what would it be? I'd probably fly a private jet to Paris and just go shopping and eat macaroons and chocolate all day. What meal would you eat for the rest of your life? This is very hard, but probably like pizza with barbecue chicken and pineapples on it. What is your nickname? My nickname is like my Chas, as my friends and family call me a lot of the time. What is the best gift you've been given? So one Christmas I got a pair of roller skates, and another time I also got a Polaroid camera, so I really like those 2 gifts. What is your favorite holiday? Of course, Christmas, because everything's just so festive and decorated, and it's just a really nice time. Favorite foreign food? I don't know. I enjoy sushi a lot of the time, but I also enjoy like Mexican food when I went to Mexico. And when I went to England, the food there was also very nice. Of course, I had fish and chips there. Favorite fast food chain? I enjoy Chick-fil-A and Popeyes, like I'll eat that any day. Favorite family recipe? So a lot of the time my aunt will actually make me fried chicken, and I just love it when she makes it, and that's actually like my favorite thing that she makes. Favorite family tradition? So every year in the summertime, me and my family actually go on a vacation. And it's really nice because like it's something to look forward to at the end of the summer right before I go back to school. Am I an extrovert or an introvert? I feel like depending on like who it is and who I'm comfortable around, I could be either. Like it just depends on like who it is and like the energy. How old was I when I found out Santa wasn't real, and how? I feel like I always knew Santa wasn't real. It was just fun to kind of like pretend to believe in him. But I feel like my parents were just like really obvious with like him, like his existence. And also my dad has told me numerous times when I was young that he wasn't real. And my mom was like super upset about it because she wanted me to like just have fun. And he kind of was just like telling me straight up that he wasn't real. What 3 objects would I take to a deserted island? I would obviously take food and water, and probably someone who knows how to survive in like those harsh conditions. Have you had an actual surprise party? So for all my parties, I've always like knew what was going on, or like I always had like some part in planning it. So I never really had a surprise party, but like I feel like it would be really fun to do, and like, I don't know, I would just like the feeling of being surprised. Okay, what do you do to keep fit? So right now with like everyone being quarantined and all that stuff, I really just like exercise with my mom, or like I'll ride my bike outside just to do something to get out of the house, or just do something to like not be cooped up in the house all day. Have you ever met someone famous? Okay, so when I was like a few years ago, I was at Disney World and I stayed at the Grand Floridian, and when I went to the pool, I actually saw Sky Jackson, and I actually got to take a picture with her. And I think I'll probably like insert a picture of her somewhere. But yeah, it was really cool when I met her. I also met Sabrina Carpenter, and when I met her, we actually got to go to her suite, and we actually got a private meet and greet before we got to go to her like private concert. And it was really cool because I got to hear her music that wasn't even released yet. And overall, she was just like a really cool person to meet. I also met Marsai Martin and Jack Johnson from Blackish when I went to Disney, like when I was a part of like the Disney Institute as like a VIP member. And I actually got to take pictures with them. I'll probably insert pictures of them too. I also got to meet the McLean sisters while I was there, and Neo. And I also got to meet Jesse from Empire. I also got to meet Steve Harvey at the same time. So when I was there, I actually met a lot of people. And when I went to LA, like as I mentioned, I met Rondo. But when I was also there, I also met, I think it was the 2 Wayans brothers from, I think it was the Ivy restaurant, and it was really cool. And I also got to meet Matt Underwood from the acting boot camp, because when I went to this acting program, he was actually there as a trainer. So I got to meet him and kind of like get tips from him, and it was really cool working with him. Okay, what animal would you describe yourself as? I feel like I would be like a Pomeranian dog, or like a poodle, or maybe like a breed of the 2. I don't really know. What is the most embarrassing thing that happened? Okay, so I have 3 embarrassing stories. So once I was running for the train because I was running late, and when I got there, it was raining earlier, so I actually slipped in a puddle and fell, and I was covered in mud when I got on the train. There was another time in PE when I was demonstrating on how to properly kick a soccer ball, and I kicked my leg up so high that I actually fell on my butt, and it hurt for a while. And there was another time when I was running in the field, and it was a race against this guy, and I actually fell and belly flopped onto my stomach, and I scraped my hands, and I felt like I was gonna pass out. What is my proudest accomplishment? My proudest accomplishment is probably like when I was in ITS and I got to go to States, because I never really got to go on a trip like that before. So like just me like being a part of the competition and like being able to get that far, it was just really exciting. And what are my personal goals? My personal goals, well, I really have been liking this YouTube thing, so like really I would just like to like build a community here, and just so we can be all just like one big happy like YouTube community. But that's basically it. So make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications for more of All About Chas. And I'll see you guys all next time. Bye!